Alright, we got all the sockets in, except for these staple ones. So, I'm going to get this down so you can see us putting some staple ones in. Alright, got my stapler. Believe it or not, the air compressor is right next to the, what do you call it? The compressor. The compressor is right next to the camera. You could probably turn that down a little bit. Oh yeah, we're at 60. Let's I am just trying to put them in the exact same way that they're on here. I guess it's better to have this board closer to me than away from me. I'm just going to do it a little different than they did. Right here. I kind of want to have all the one things against each other, you know, other things. I'm just trying to keep the middle of the socket going back to the strand of the middle of the next socket. They didn't really care when they did this. But I do. But yeah, that's basically it on how to put some sockets in. Like I said, it's not really rocket science. It's pretty easy stuff. The trick is you map everything out off your original playfield. That's the best way to do it. I think it's the easiest way. It's just weird how they did some of these, just put them on angles. No care in the world how they had them. Like this one right here, and it's just held on by itself. By a staple like that, and that's it. Like I said, I'm trying to follow the exact same route of everything. This is outside. What I mean by outside, the socket here, this one goes to the middle of the bulb, this one goes to the outside of the bulb. So I'm trying to follow that and be faithful to how that goes around. Because how the braid will go around The braid goes around the same way. Doesn't really matter, but it's just those, you know, little things to detail. As you can see how that's going. When I get these all stapled on, we'll be back. Alright, the last part of the braiding, you can see I do get braiding down all over here. Do need to straighten this up just a little bit. Usually we'll go through later on and do some extra stapling. Just make sure everything's tight and not moving big long stretches. I'll put extra staples in. That's about it. Wherever it looks a little loose, I'll put an extra staple in. Alright, this whole bottom and that whole side is done. These two share. This one has its own wiring and this one has its own wiring, pop bumper wise. Alright, I got my Playfield over there, so I'm going to go by that and start laying my wire in. Now this isn't braided wire. You don't need braided wire. This is forgot what size it is. It's tinned, if that makes anything to you. I couldn't find braided wire at the time, but I would have got it. They would have had it when I was looking. But this works just as good. And that's my compressor. It is actually right next to the camera. That's how quiet that thing is. I love it. It's one of those Harbor Freight ones. It's a whisper quiet ones. Just going around following how the map goes for the wire, and this will come down like that, and then we'll go to there. Go across. That goes to that one. Goes across. That comes back over to this one. And it goes down. And it goes over to this one. And that happens sometimes. That's why I like braided better. It doesn't snap off. Sometimes when I pull this too tight and I make a tight turn, it will snap off. That's why I prefer to braided. But this will do it. This is all I got right now, so this is what we're living with. But yeah, sometimes my stapler will snap it. And that goes to the outside here. And there. Alright. And I need to get a towel and wipe my face off because I'm standing underneath this light. Even though it's LED, it still puts out some heat. Alright, I got that first outside zag done, and I highly recommend you follow your map of your original wiring on your machine. It just, you will know everything is out of the way of everything if you follow your map. What I mean is your map is your original wiring of how your braid was ran. This will come up. I'll go past here. Ooh, then it zigs and it zags. Then it just goes right across the top. That is weird. It just goes right across the hole like that. And it comes back into here. It's going to go right across like that. It's going to go right across to there. Go right across like that. How does it go? It goes in front of it. And I got a staple there, so I got to stay away from it. Pull the staple out. That's okay. I'm probably going to break it there now. Ooh, hold on. I did not follow that exact. Why does that go all the way around? This goes all the way to here. Where am I? Right here. Right there. It goes to here. And this one goes all the way across. Alright, yeah, I'm not even following my own advice. This one right here, actually, where are we at this one? It goes all the way back to over here, and then comes back to here. I wonder why. Well, if it needs to be changed, it will get changed after. once I put everything on. But I can't understand why right now why that would need to get changed. Yeah, I don't understand why right now. But yeah, that's it. So now I got to go with an iron, soldering iron, and every spot this wire went across, it's got to get soldered. Yeah, I don't get, there's nothing mounted right here at all. We got a switch here, we got the pop bumper here, and a switch for the thing goes here. Huh. There's something that goes here. I don't know what though. Well, you know what we could do? We'll just go back how it's supposed to go. Like I always say, don't divert from how the wiring is. I'd rather just go by how originally it's supposed to go than create a whole new path for it. There's some reason why they wanted it changed, or they did it the way they did it. For some reason. So we will alter it to how they did it, which goes back that way. I will cut that wire off at the staple here. Right there. There. Which is weird. I don't know why they brought it this way. It didn't make any sense to me. But, you know that. We'll come down to right about there. And then cut over. And that goes straight down to that. Which is goofy to me, but I will do it that way because then I cut it, broke it. As you can see, this is why I like the braided wire better. It doesn't break as easy as the solid wire does. Big reason why I don't like it. It works, trust me, it does the job it needs to do, but when you're pulling around with everything here, it just tends to break easier. And that's how that goes. I don't know why it did this weird jog around. Apparently there's some odd reason why it needed to do that. And then these ones, I gotta finish this braid too while we're here. That one goes to here. So might as well work on that. That goes to here. And that sneaks past there. There. Yeah, I don't remember where I got this. I got it off of Amazon, but like I said, I prefer braided better because as you can see, this does break. It's not the worst thing in the world, but you just gotta remember wherever you break it, you gotta solder it. But it doesn't break after you get done playing with it, so don't worry about that. It only breaks when you pull it hard, when you twist it and bend it. But yeah, I've used it before with no issues, except for it breaking once in a while. But otherwise, yeah, this is all done now. I just gotta solder the wire to every socket, every connection, and then yeah, then it's done. And this one had its own wires coming to it, and so did this one. But yeah, that's how it works, where everything's attached. That one was by itself too. That's the only one that's like by itself. This GI, it's by itself, which is weird. Yeah, I can see on my marking that I put 2 wire marks on it. But yeah, it's done. I just gotta sit here and solder every connection together. But yeah, that is fully done and taken care of. Here's the Amazon thing. 18 gauge bare tinned copper wire, bus wire, half pound spool, 100 feet. It was $13.50, $14.80. Yeah, it's bare tin bus wire. That's what you need, bus wire. If you go with 16 gauge, it will be a little thicker and it won't break as easy. But I bought this a year or 2 ago when I did another Playfield swap. So I'll use it until it's gone, and then I'll get braided wire, see how that works. It shouldn't break as easy. It's harder to cut. This stuff's real easy to cut. It doesn't look bad either. You won't see it either with all the wiring on it. But anyways, that's the end of this part. Let's get to the next part of the MataHari Playfield build.